Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 20th to June 26th, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To uncover more layers of your week, check out readings for your sun, moon, and your rising signs. For those that want even more clarity, I've posted a pick a card video that provides answers to whatever questions you may have. So in terms of yes, no, timing, even finding out reasons why. So go ahead and check that out. On June 21st, we have the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, and we have the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere, respectively due to the sun being directly above the furthest points north and south of the equator. The word solstice is derived from Latin and references the sun's apparent stoppage or stand still. This reading explores those themes. So here in the first column, we look at what appears to be stopping or standing still. We have this Yang card. You have King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. In this second column, we look at what is reaching its furthest point in the week. You have Guardians of the Land, protection, Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and Lovers, which notably is the sixth major arcana card. So sixes in general kind of have to do with balance and harmony. So interesting that it goes along with protection. Here in the third column, we see how your energy is impacted by the solstice. You have this Strength card here. You also have Knight of Cups, Seven of Wands, and Page of Pentacles. So here, this Yang card, what appears to be stopping or standing still. Yang is masculine energy, action, movement, making things happen. So kind of moving things forward, manifesting things into reality. And it could be that it seems that type of action is coming to like an apparent stoppage. And so with this King of Wands, this is ultimate masculine energy. Kings are associated with the element of air, and wands are associated with the element of fire. Both of those elements are masculine, active energy. Queen of Pentacles, on the other hand, is more of the receptive energies. Queens are associated with the element of water, and Pentacles are associated with the element of earth. Both of those are considered more feminine, receptive energies. With the Page of Cups, pages are associated with the element of earth, and cups associated with the element of water. Both of those are also more receptive energies. So here it indicates, a stop of this forward, active pursuit and being more receptive and I'm laying back, possibly getting grounded, practicing some self-care, possibly tapping into some sensitivities that you have. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look at that King of Wands Yang energy here. You have the Three of Wands, and this is a card of exploration, expansion, pursuit of success. So for some of you, this may have to do with, pursuing a career, possibly even a relationship. So here, let's take a look at the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Wands. So it could be that you've been really putting in effort and, putting a lot of energy and focus on pursuit of maybe some business or goal, some vision, some idea that you have that you really want to spread out, expand. And it could be that you really are putting so much energy in that you're starting to be depleted, and it's time for you to really get grounded and focus on some self-care, maybe just shifting your focus. Maybe if you've been like out in what is the face of something, like going out, talking to people, creating a lot of buzz, using a lot of creative energy, perhaps shift it to something that is more like scheduling and planning, or maybe doing some like research, like some legwork, as opposed to being always on the forefront of something. Maybe just take a background role for a little bit. Let's take a look at the Page of Cups. Pages kind of look at the world with a sense of wonder and imagination. They see the potential in a lot of things. You have the Three of Cups, and that's celebration of relationships, friendships. So here it's almost as if this thing that appears to be stopping or a standstill is an opportunity for you just to recharge and, connect back to the things that you care about, and will tap into more of your, creative energies and connections with other people. So what is reaching its furthest point this week, you have this Guardians of the Land protection. And this card is basically saying, that you are protected, you're safe, you're not alone. There's a higher power that is protecting you. So know that you don't have to worry about other people's thoughts about you. You don't have to feel like you have to give more and do more to keep going in this active yang energy, and just be. Just know that you are loved, you're enough, you are you don't have to worry about missing out on something. Like, basically, it's a card to say, connect with those that you care about, focus on what fills you up and don't worry about other things. So again, this is a card of balance and harmony. The 6 is about balance and harmony. So with the 6 of Swords, this is a need to heal, possibly being between two shores. Maybe you're trying to wrap your mind around not necessarily being where you want to be. The 6 of Pentacles, this is about balancing wants and needs. So focus on what it is you need versus what it is you want. There's give and take in everything. So if you need help, ask for help. Don't, feel embarrassed about asking for help. If you're in the position to give help, then you probably will. So it's about reciprocity with, relationships that we have. And with the Lovers here, it's a sense of making sure that your decisions look at the long term and not just, instant gratification, something that you feel you need to do now, but something that is leading to you being your best, so that when you connect with people in your life, whether it's romantic, platonic, business, whenever you connect with people, that you are your best self. So let's take a look at that Lovers card. It's also a card of, self-love. You have the Sage or Queen of Wands here. So this is more of a receptive energy because it's Queen, but still with the element of fire, it's more of the yang active energy. But here it seems to, again, trying to find balance and harmony in doing what you want to do. Like the Queen or Sage of Wands is someone who marches to the beat of their own drum. They don't feel like they need to do anything according to someone's standards or timeline or meet someone else's expectations. Let's take a look at the 6 of Pentacles. You have the 8 of Wands. So here it's about, moving towards your goal, having a certain target. The 8s are also about communication, and sometimes it happens, or, it indicates things happen rapidly. So if you are in a place of harmony and you're balancing your wants and needs, it'll allow for you to make whatever adjustments need to be made, as you are approaching your goal, your target, to see if there are some adjustments that have to be implemented. And so, here it kind of indicates that you have a lot of these cards of wands, these active energy cards. So it's almost as if you can slow down, smell the coffee, you can ask for help, and that will allow for you to better prepare for things when they're going too quickly or just quick and fast, so you don't deplete all your energy. So let's take a look at the 6 of Swords. You have this Strength card, which is interesting because you have this Strength card. So here you can see it's like a lamb that has like a lion on its back. And this card is about recognizing the different characteristics that you have. Perhaps you've been focusing on the more aggressive, active, fiery lion aspect of yourself, but you also have more of the gentle, receptive, peaceful, like nurturing aspects of yourself that perhaps you've been, ignoring, pushing to the side because you are trying to get somewhere really quickly, to accomplish something that you feel needs to happen, yesterday type of thing. With the Strength card, this is about recognizing all the different aspects of the self and embracing all those aspects so that, you are, it's a sense of self-acceptance and being able to tap in to what you need at a certain time. And here it kind of indicates that you need to, what's at a stop or coming to a stop, or appearing to be at a stop, is more of this active energy, and to start tapping into the more nurturing, receptive energies, providing some, balance and harmony in how you are handling a situation or interacting with your environment here. So with the Six of Swords, it's almost as if you're being between two shores, is a concept of if you are not where you need to be, you need to be actively pursuing your efforts to get where you need to be, as opposed to where you really need to be, which is in the present, allowing for this transformation, this transition to take place so that you can heal what needs to be healed. You can clarify, a plan of action, but not because you feel like you have to be somewhere, but because you understand what's facing you, because you've been present in navigating the, the path for that. So here we have how your energy is impacted by this solstice. It's definitely impacting this concept of strength, the concept of recognizing what your strengths are and tapping into those things. But here, I think it's interesting. You have the Seven of Wands, and this is like a card of inner conviction, standing your ground. In this deck, the concept is those that had previously celebrated this individual in the Six of Wands have now kind of turned against the individual and are kind of challenging or questioning that person's belief. So that individual is pretty much having to take their inner knowing and kind of defend themselves against those that once supported them. So it's interesting. It's an interesting concept of how things can easily shift. That wheel, when it turns, you never know where things are going to land. So this concept of needing to find balance and harmony in what you're doing right now, and having the strength to, I guess, search for that balance and harmony, to allow yourself to really take that time to even not be in an active stage. Like here with this Page of Pentacles, this is a stage of learning and being able to appreciate the value of something. The page is in the process of getting grounded in, an idea, information, whatever they're trying to learn about. They are allowing time to appreciate and honor what it is that they're going through and experiencing at that time. There's not an end goal. There's not a, have to do this in this particular amount of time. This is a sense of learning and having the ability to appreciate that process in of itself. With the Knight of Cups, this is, messages of love, both giving and receiving, creativity being exchanged, imagination being explored. And this is also not an end goal type of thing. It's not something that's rushed. It's something that is experienced at that time. So here, with this Strength card, this is a call for not just you having strength, but others around you as well. Someone needs more strength, and it's your strength that is needed. So for whatever the reason, it could be that someone around you really cares about you, wants you to be happy, and needs your strength to, recognize that there's more to life than reaching the finish line. And here with the Seven of Wands, it kind of begs the question of what is your inner knowing? What is it that you are standing your ground for? What is it that you are, I guess, feeling also tested by? If you aren't in this active yang energy, what are the consequences for that? So let's take a look. I mean, basically, it's almost if you can't allow time for yourself to nurture yourself and to practice self-care and to, slow down, smell the roses, and be in the present moment. If you can't do that for yourself, how can you be there for other people when they need that from you, or they need to be reminded of that? So let's take a look at the Page of Pentacles here. You have the Monarch of Swords, or the King of Swords, the equivalent. And this is a card of, strength and power. But to get to this point, the Monarch or King of Swords had to experience, different lessons along the way. And that includes this concept of learning and a sense of patience, and a sense of peace in that patience. The King of Swords, Monarch of Swords, they can use the sword to enforce their decision, but they also have the ability to use their words to maintain peace. Like, basically, there's not a need to come in with that heavy hitting yang energy. So over here with the King of Wands, you had air and fire, both active masculine energies. And with the King of Swords, you have air and air, which is, again, the double active, double masculine types of energies. So here, the King of Swords is someone who can maintain peace, can make certain decisions, has power, but in terms of, being able to nurture, being able to help someone slow down and smell the roses, that's not really the kind of strength that the King of Swords can provide. Let's take a look at the Knight of Cups here. You have the Seven of Swords. And this is a card for liar, stealer, cheater, a card for imposter syndrome as well. But here it's almost indicating that if you are constantly focused on the end result of something, as opposed to being in that moment of genuinely offering love and receiving love, then there is some type of deception going on. Possibly you're cheating yourself out of, the power of the connection, and possibly cheating someone else out of that, true connection as well, if you are more looking at the end result and not being in that process with them. Let's take a look at the Seven of Wands. You have the Page of Cups again. So here, to some degree, this idea of being sensitive or having your head in the clouds possibly is what you might be trying to overcompensate for. Sevens are about examinations and tests and assessments of your mental abilities, of your desires, your energy. And with this Page of Cups dancing into the scene here, especially when you've got the King of Swords watching out, it's almost as if there's this concept of the page enjoying life and enjoying the here and now and the potential that life brings. It's almost as if this Page of Cups is being irresponsible, because they, when they're questioned by others about what they believe, or when they need to put a plan into action, they're just off having fun. But that's true strength, is not really caring what others think of you, others expect of you, but really tapping into that aspect of you know, having fun in life, being in the moment, not trying to go certain paths where you're, gonna become, where you're finding solutions to situations that, no one else can see, or that you are standing up for something that you believe in. That's fine to go ahead and do that. But the Page of Cups is like, I'm sorry, why are you even questioning me? So in terms of needing to stand their ground, they're too busy like running off and looking at the clouds and seeing, the dragons in it. But the Page of Pentacles over here is too busy honoring their, new discovery of how electricity was invented and how it can apply to different areas of their life, to kind of worry about, well, what are they going to do with that information? How is that going to get them, from point A to Z? So that's almost a sense of the true strength going on here. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of the week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.